I'm ready.
Okay, it's Monday, January 30th, 9 o'clock. I'm going to start the Selectmen's meeting. The first thing to do is to salute the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Alright, let's review the minutes. First is regular minutes for January 23rd.
Nothing jumped out at me. I read the,
Same here, period in the wrong place, but I don't really care about that.
I'd make a motion to accept as written.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
The non-public from January 23rd. We have two, but I'm going to take the longer one first.
Yeah, they look accurate to me.
I was good with it. I'd make a motion to approve as written.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And the shorter of the two.
Again, it looks accurate. I'll move that we approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So the first non-public should remain sealed. I'm gonna make a motion that we unseal the second non-public.
Second?
Some discussion.
None.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Is Sergeant Hathcock here?
Yes.
Jamie?
Jake, are you ready?
We need to have a motion.
Yeah, you need to come out of,
I'm gonna make a motion that we go into non-public RSA 91A:3, Roman numeral 2, parent A for personnel.
I'll second.
Yes.
Pike eye.
Murray, aye.
Okay. Turn us off. Revenues?
we have to re-enter public session.
I thought we
We
did.
voted to come out of non-public.
I know, but the camera wasn't on because it was non-public.
All right, so we're gonna re-enter the public session now. Coming out of non-public. And we'll skip down to revenues and review our revenues for 2023. They're always estimated.
Everything looks good.
I'm guessing for
Except for-
2023, you guys make the decision on 2020.
Well, talk about 15, line 15, please.
Let's, okay, I'm gonna jump in here for a second.
Okay.
Let's go line by line so we get it done,
Okay.
because we have to approve each line. So line 3 is where it starts, and that's the land use change tax. We collected $1,850, the estimate is $2,000.
Seems fine.
Is that consistent with years past?
Some years is more, but we don't see anything in the horizon
Right.
that's telling us
Nothing looming.
taking it out. Timber tax, line 4, is we collected $23,087. Or the thought is to keep it at 20,000.
That seems reasonable.
Okay with that guy?
Yes, go ahead.
Line
Sorry.
5 is payment in lieu of taxes. We collected $13,731, which is $10,000 more than we thought we were gonna get. And so the camps are back in business and giving us a little money. So is 12,000 the right number?
Seems good to me.
Okay, excavation tax, $450.
Looks good.
Good.
Boat registration has been averaging about $25,000.
Looks good.
Yes.
Betterment for Willand is a set amount of $5,500.
Actually, can we back up to boat registration
Sure.
for a second? With the economy probably declining a bit, money being harder to come by, do you think there's gonna be less people buying boats this year?
There may be fewer people buying boats, but they're all gonna register the boats that they have, and this is the only place we make money. So if they don't sell any new boats, that's okay with me,
Fine by me as
as
well.
long as they register the
I
ones.
think
they-
that number's good.
Okay.
I mean, we didn't hit 25 last year, but we were close.
Yeah. Okay, Betterment on Willand is a set amount of $5,500.
Absolutely.
Why did we fall short last year?
2 people haven't paid yet,
Yeah, we've got people that have to
Okay.
pay.
for 2 years now. the same.
Penalties and interest has been running around $30,000 over the past few years.
Good with that.
Yep.
I don't know how we got 40 in there last time, but. Business licenses and permits, at 55,000, we collected 56,580 last year.
Yep.
Sounds good.
And motor vehicle registrations is running about $800,000.
Yep.
Good.
So if fewer people buy new cars, your registration drops a little every year, so that's still
But
okay.
they still have cars to register,
They sure do.
used or not.
Building permits has been averaging, it was averaging more in the $60,000 range, but now we're at 58.
It's up to you if you wanna up that, I don't know.
I don't know, anybody wanna push that up?
No,
I think it's
I
fine.
think it's fine where it
Just leave
is.
it where it is.
Yeah,
Other licenses and permits at $7,500.
That seems fine to me.
Yeah, until we don't collect on something. Rooms and meals, I think $150,000 is too light on that.
okay.
Agreed.
I went with what you normally guess at, but it has gone up.
I would think 200 would be
I
a
think
better number.
200 is the number I had written down.
Okay.
Let's go with 200.
Yeah. Highway block grant, what's the UN stand for?
Okay, so the 81,000 is what we tend to normally get, like the 91 is what, the
Right.
61,586 was that extra one time.
Okay.
I did not add that in there because it's unanticipated funds. So we
Okay,
don't wanna figure on that.
so let's move that 61,586 to the right and put unanticipated there.
Well, that's not in, that's just your information column, that F. That's just giving you a little information. E is what we're working on,
Okay.
okay? So
Alright,
this,
but I'm writing down numbers on F.
oh, okay.
It just makes my life easier so I can see what we did. Okay, so we've collected $91,000 in '22
Yeah, this year.
and '23. Our expectation is to collect only 81,000?
I don't know, because their year is July, so the funds we get aren't necessarily the same year as they issue information on. So it's up to you. If you wanna do 91, that's cool with me. I just,
Yeah, I think I'd rather be consistent. How about you guys?
Bump that up to 91.
Yeah.
okay.
All right. By me.
LFRF,
Okay.
so that's the off-book number.
So
We just make it $90,000.
You wanna make it 90?
the one that was 91, you want 90?
Okay.
Okay, and then, on the LFRF fund, the 11,405 was a one-time thing that came through HB 1221.
Right.
The 126,000 is unanticipated funds, so we don't report that.
Okay.
So I left it at 0.
So we can leave that line at 0.
Yep.
milfoil reimbursement is running $7,000.
So far, I mean, we got 7810. 4260 came from the Tufton Borough milfoil, and then the rest came from, you know, how the state reimburses half of the 60% and 40%.
And our expectation is that that is gonna continue.
I don't know anything that would change it. If they don't, I could call Bill and ask him, but I'm assuming,
So let's leave it at 7.
okay,
Yeah.
because we don't
Yeah.
have a board anymore to
Right.
tell us about it.
Other state government reimbursements go for money, 941.
We're not expecting any more.
Not that I know of, unless
Right.
you guys come up with something.
No. All department incomes, including the library.
Came out to 126 this year, so I put it at 125.
I like that one.
Seems adequate.
Okay, and sale of municipal property, I don't know that we have anything.
Cammy, can you shut that outer door?
Yep.
Please.
I don't think we have anything that I know of. I asked Jackie, does she see anyone buying back property that's been taken? She knows of nothing in the near future. And the only other thing is if you guys advertise and sold property that you currently have, and you guys haven't been doing that lately, so I think that it's
We
zero.
don't take much for taxes either.
Mhm.
Okay, so 0 on that line.
Right.
Interest, we've been, what happened there?
I don't know, DRA adjusted it at 172,423, but what we actually got was 8,731. I don't know where they came up with the 172. I'd have to do a little research on it.
Yeah, I remember some moving around going on there.
There was something strange going on, but what my computer says is $8,731.
So,
Whether they're
Given the-
counting the,
given the increase in rates, and we're gonna get another one today, I think 8,000 is a better number than 5,000.
I agree.
okay,
Rent,
that's
the cell towers,
cell towers. That's what I have in there.
and that's the actual amount.
That's the actual amount. The one from the year before was because if you remember the beginning of the year, we were renting out that property that finally got,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, the.
So that
the Li-
59
the
was,
Lions property.
Well, if these are solid numbers, then we should make that 59, we should change that to 62.
No,
no,
no, no.
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 In
The
addition to
59
the
is sold.
59 for the cell towers, we're also getting rent on the Lions property.
Oh, and that's reflected in the 62?
Right.
Okay,
Right.
sorry.
No, no, that's fine.
59,160.
That's the actual rent for the cell tower?
Right, that's what we get a month.
Jeez.
We get a year.
Wow.
Okay,
Why they're
health,
building it.
health trust, we will still get a holiday.
I haven't seen that last year we didn't get, the only thing we got was at 68.5.
Right.
I haven't seen anything this year yet, so I don't know what to put
Well,
in
we don't
I'll
get it
let you
until
do
the
it.
fall,
there. Okay,
so I'm gonna say $6,500.
okay.
Do you think we're gonna get something? Do we get
We
something
have
every year?
We've gotten something every year, because we have to make the election of reducing the premium or taking the money.
Right.
We always take the
We
money.
always take
And
it.
that's on the Primex, but the health trust, I don't know if we're gonna get anything because the prices are going up instead
We'll
of
see.
going down.
Why do we take the cash rather than
Because we're
reduction?
cash basis accounting. So if you reduce the premium, you're not actually crediting the proper year. So we take the cash, put it in the bank, and then we build our budget on the regular premium cost.
Okay.
If you take the discount and then you don't get the same amount the next year, when you go before the budget committee, you're asking for the wrong amount of money.
Okay.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
miscellaneous revenue,
The reason I went down on that is because Capone paid us off. That's part of the 17,000 we got from a lawsuit that we have for Capone.
yeah,
That was paid off, so that was part of that 17,000. And the other one was, what is it? But anyway, those two things are one-time
okay.
costs, so I subtracted them and I figured on the 50,000. If you wanna go up to 5, I'm fine with that, but I took Capone and,
I'm fine with 3. I don't, what do you
Okay.
guys think?
I think that's all right.
yeah.
Okay.
I think her recommendation is good.
Mm.
I think.
We don't have a great amount of private donation, we don't have a claims reimbursement.
Not that we know of, we got a one-time bridge money of 52,000.
Paid back unused gopher funds, do we have that?
No,
Okay,
that was something that happened when
right.
your COVID thing was going on, that Diane did. I left
Right.
it on there just in case.
Yeah. Well, they were given money so that you could pay your employees.
Right, and we didn't have an issue.
Didn't have an issue there. Okay, we got the police department.
So the next part, after you get past that subtotal, the next is supposed to be warrant articles.
Yeah,
But I don't know what you're doing, you haven't finalized that, so I haven't written it in there. And I wouldn't write it in until you finalize for them,
right.
for the state. So I just knew about the 50,000 you were gonna do instead of the 80 for the expendable trust.
Right.
The rest of your warrant articles I haven't put in yet.
Okay,
You've got your 5,000 for unreserved fund balance contingency. And then the monies you see down there, the 879,678, that is what was in the unreserved fund balance as of December 21st according to our audit. And that's the number.
Undesignated.
Mm-hmm. They call it unreserved, undesignated, whatever you want to call it.
right. Okay,
I went by what our auditor said for 2021, and that's what's left.
I think it's good.
And how much should we have in there? 3%, 5% on budget?
well,
They like 10.
20%, they're not getting that.
Usually they average around 10, but Chip doesn't even believe with the 10.
Yeah, it's, I mean, you're keeping the taxpayers' money,
Yeah.
and for what reason? If there's a calamity where you need to raise money in a big hurry, or you fucked up the budget somehow,
Budget's what, $4.5
then you
million?
have a
Special town meeting and get it done. An earthquake opens up, swallows the town offices, we don't have to have a special town meeting.
And you do use that for different things. When you
Oh, yeah.
write your warrant articles, you also use it to lower tax rate.
Yep.
You know, it's not like it's not used.
No.
And that's not a bad amount. I've seen you guys higher than that before.
Well,
Yeah, when I came in, it was like $1.25 million.
Yeah.
so shouldn't this be down, shouldn't this be somewhere around $500,000 then?
Probably not quite that low, but you need to leave it there for when you wanna set the tax rate next year and some.
Right, and that number doesn't reflect what we're gonna pull out with warrant articles,
Mm-hmm, correct.
so. It will be lower when we get down with warrant articles.
We're not pulling anything out with warrant articles.
Out of the undesignated fund balance?
Yeah.
You don't see
So
it.
far.
Yeah. Okay, it's gonna change these quite a bit
No,
then.
no, the only one that was subject to that was the Union Wharf.
We already pulled that out, right?
For whatever reason, Kathy hasn't included Union Wharf in that balance.
Okay,
So that's going back in.
Yep.
I don't know why it's not in.
What do you
there.
mean?
The money for Union Wharf,
Money for
Yeah.
Union Wharf.
where is it?
That's in that
It's not in there.
87, huh?
It's not in there.
Not in the 879, but it is in,
I know it in the
It's
undesignated
in-
fund balance.
yeah,
So mathematically, it's just not in that column.
that's right. I'm not gonna do it until you do your warrant articles, I'll add them in there, cause that's, you're doing another warrant article for another 287, well, not for another one, but,
Reproving it.
yeah.
But I don't wanna have $600,000 in the undesignated fund balance at the end of the day,
Okay.
because that's not where we wanna end up.
okay.
And that and the 5,000 is the only money that's coming out of the
Right.
unreserved fund.
Yep.
Okay. So you've got these numbers together, that we just talked about.
Yep, I'll upload them to
Put all
the
that together,
computer.
we'll take a look at it, and then you can get that done this morning, right?
What, uploading these or giving you new ones?
Giving
Oh,
us new
sure,
ones and
I
then
can
we'll
go put
vote,
them
we'll
in.
vote on it.
Okay,
And then we'll, sort of warn
Put that
our,
on the table.
well, the warrant articles, I'd like to plug them in, so,
Well,
You
we're not
go over
entirely
that.
finished with the warrant articles yet.
all right, so do you want just the new numbers set up for that
okay, well,
operating budget?
what part of them have we not done?
B and C, the budget committee is not, we've approved them, but the budget committee hasn't.
Yeah, that's all
That's
that
what we
we're
care
worrying
about.
about.
Okay.
Whether the budget committee approves them or not, only changes the, outcome of the
Okay.
year.
Okay.
So, are there ones that we have not approved? No.
I don't know, I haven't
We've
seen them
approved all of
lately.
these.
But I think we have approved all of them.
We've approved all of the
You're not adding anything?
money articles, no.
Okay,
We're gonna change the language.
and number them for me, so I can upload them.
Yeah, but that's when you upload, right.
Because, so, one of the reasons I like to get everything uploaded to DRA before your final meeting with
The budget,
the budget is so that if they wanna make any changes, we know before your budget hearing.
right,
You know how we have to upload all the warrant articles, and if they don't like the wording, they'll come back and tell us?
right.
Does she usually, I mean, last year I did it before it went to the budget hearing. I don't know if that's how you wanna do it or not.
Yeah, we should submit it before the budget hearing, but that's not until February
7th,
7th to 14th, that's a space of time there.
right, but they have one set up for the 7th.
All right. Well, we're gonna do these today.
Okay,
It's on our list of things to do.
okay,
So,
but you'd like me to plug this just so you can approve the top? half of
right,
it.
so we've already approved all of the warrant articles.
Okay, so,
We're still gonna chat about the language, I think.
okay, that's fine. What else did I wanna ask you quick before I go? Oh, do you wanna talk about, Alright, so, I just wanna give you an update on your funding, American Recovery Funds, okay?
Is that in our packet?
No, I just ran it quick this morning, just so we can, so you originally had $250,000 some odd dollars.
Right,
You have spent $40,052, and I'll give you this afterwards, $52 for highway driveway. And then $42,587.16 was for neighborhood paving, because you had gone over it.
right.
Then you decided that you're voting to have $109,816 come out for the town truck. The rest of the town truck is coming out of the extra money we got for
Highway grant.
Highway block
highway
grant, right?
block grant. You're gonna have a little money, like 1,500 left, because you voted and said 60,000, so that's all I can do, unless you change it for the truck. You'll
Well,
have
did we-
1,500.
Well, can we vote to zero that out?
Do we need it?
No, I mean, you'll be fine, it just rolls into the budget, that $1,500. It depends on whether you want that 1,500 to be added back to your recovery funds, or whether you want it out of the highway grant.
I think we
You know
should
what I'm
vote to
saying?
zero that out and,
Okay,
and
we
leave the
can do that,
and then leave the 1,500 in the ARPA.
okay.
Accessible for something else.
Right, exactly. So what I'm telling you is, right now, if I don't add this in, you have $60,788.90 that has not been committed to anything
Okay. Plus
of the
the,
ARPA funds.
plus the 1,800 or whatever it is.
$1,586.25.
Can I make that a motion? To zero
Second.
that?
I'll second that
Okay.
motion.
All in favor, aye?
All those in favor,
Aye.
Sure, aye.
Okay, so we're gonna have all of our funds in one spot, so you don't have to look.
Much easier to keep track.
I'm gonna like,
And
yeah,
that's-
because, I mean, the money's still in there, we've only spent $23,981.60 out of the highway, because we only gave them a good faith payment at this point for the truck, we haven't given them anything else. But at least I know where the funds are coming from.
Right.
Makes it easier.
And that gives us flexibility for that other 1,500.
Mhm.
Right, so now you'll have, I'll have to add that up for you, but,
62,000 something.
yeah, something like that. no, 66.
56,000.
Do we have to do a motion on the other math?
No.
109,000?
I'll just update my, this is just for
Not
your,
until we buy the truck, because the money hasn't left yet.
no, none of mine. I'm just trying to keep, I hear people saying, oh, they said I have money in recovery, oh, they said we have money in recovery. And I'm like, wait a minute, you really only have this much, so be careful with what you're promising.
Right. We may get more, but
You might, I
you
don't
never
know.
know.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's it on pirate, that's all I have.
Okay,
I'll update the file so you can go on it. before the
Jack?
other meeting.
you're up.
So last year, there was 157 building permits, 46 new houses. There was 132 electrical permits, 62 plumbing permits, 123 gas permits, and 33 certificates of occupancy. And I did 695 inspections.
Wow.
Thank God. You were busy.
And this year, there's 3 building permits now, there's no new houses yet, and I've done 36 inspections. It's actually around the same number as last year.
Blue folder today.
No,
Okay.
there's still a lot. I just, I'm gonna inspect the foundation now for the permit from last year, so.
Okay. Any issues for Jack?
No.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So, so on the warrant articles, I don't know, I guess we'll just start with A. What I'd like to do, and I'll get together with is to include the language from Article O, which is to see if the town will vote to reaffirm the pier and boat launch in 19 Mile Bay from the town will be referred to as Union Wharf. And change the will to be held in perpetuity for the benefit of the general public. And add that to the language of A. I'm getting a lot of pushback.
So do you mean to eliminate O and combine it with A?
Right.
Seems to make sense.
Yeah, so it's all one question about
Right.
Union Wharf.
Yeah.
And it's because of the phone call I gotta make at 11 o'clock. You know, at that point, I've got a warrant article that I can tell the Attorney General includes not only $287,500 for additional funding, but also a further commitment by the town.
Yep.
And I think at some point in time, 100 years ago, they probably voted for that same thing.
That makes good sense. Just strengthens our case with the Attorney General.
Right.
So move O to A.
Combine O with A.
Okay.
I'm not inclined to change the paving articles, but I recognize that there are some people that would like to.
They seem fine to me.
Well, at the last time we met is when we decided on these, and I made my feelings known then. I was outvoted, so, I guess the way they are is the way that, you two want them.
So it was, okay, let's review it then, because I'm not gonna go through this again this year. If you're not in favor of $150,000 for neighborhood roads, is your vote no to this warrant article? Or $450,000 for the major town roads? So I'm not trying to be confrontational at all.
No, I
just wanna
understand.
be clear that if you're not.
You wanna see a 3-0 rather than a 2-1.
No, 2-1's fine with me. I don't wanna see a 3-0 and then all of a sudden at town meeting it becomes a 2-1, or a 1-2. I mean, I think we need to be consistent in our voting for or against articles.
We've discussed and previously voted on the roads that we're going to be working on. We were in disagreement on those roads. I'm not,
Okay, then
so,
let's make sure we're arguing the same argument.
right, that's what I'm getting
This
to.
is the creation of money.
Yeah,
We
that's right, you
have
didn't
not
let me finish.
decided-
You didn't let me finish.
Okay,
We disagreed on the roads that were gonna be done.
yeah,
As a board, we voted on what roads will be done. That was a 2-1 vote. And then we determined the amount of money that it was gonna take to do those roads, of which I was in agreement with.
okay.
Does
So
that answer your question?
It does.
Okay.
So we can leave the warrant articles alone. Whatever we might have voted on for the roads to be done can be revisited at any point in time.
Yes.
So if tomorrow,
Circumstances change.
yeah, Lang Pond Road washes out,
Yes.
it's not paved, Ledge Hill Road washes out, okay, now all bets are off. Now we gotta spend money up there, where are we gonna get it?
Right.
So,
Right. So I'm in agreement with the amount of money based on what was decided by this board as to what roads to be done. Which leads me to another question about something that you just said.
okay,
If Lang Pond Road washes out, that's a class 6 road.
no,
No, it's a 5.
That's a
it's
5?
a 5.
Yes.
It's a camp road classification, which means that it only has to be seasonally maintained,
Okay.
but it's still classified as a class 5.
Okay. No, that answers my question there. I thought it was a class 6 road, my apologies. Because if it was a class 6 road, then I'm wondering why would we
Why are we spending all this
spend all that money on it? Okay, thank you.
It's actually a through road for lots of people, so,
Seasonal.
yeah, but it's a busy season in the summer.
Yep.
Okay, so B and C are okay.
Yep.
D, 50,000 for the police vehicle
Expendable fund.
in the expendable trust fund.
Yes.
Seems fine.
Okay, and we got 16,000 in there now, left over, so. E, for a stationary generator in Melvin Village.
Yes.
Seems fine.
F, we're gonna do that because the veterans won't get a tax break if we don't.
Yep, all right.
G is the unassigned fund balance money for unforeseen
Yeah, the contingency,
tragedies.
that's standard.
H, we can make it, we can eliminate it, but we shouldn't.
No.
H is the car one at the fire department,
Yes.
Yep.
okay. I is the solar installation,
Yeah, I'm okay with the we haven't voted on that,
on what?
or the budget committee hasn't voted on
Right.
that. Yeah, they just wanted more information.
They wanted to micromanage our decisions, we gave them what they needed to vote on, but I'll leave it, I gave them all the information ahead of time.
Okay.
But it's still coming in, we still have other companies that are
Yeah, this
approaching
isn't,
us.
this isn't.
Yes.
And I try to, I'm sorry, go ahead.
For my own benefit, we install this array. No matter how we meter it, sell it, do whatever we do with it, we still have to budget for electricity for the departments, just like we always have.
Right.
It'll be coming in and out.
Right.
Well, or depending on the deal we cut, there might be another line on that revenue sheet.
Okay,
And we may set up, what's the nursing home running?
Enterprise fund.
An enterprise fund
mhm,
for that. So we're taking the money in and we can say, okay, 200,000 goes to offset the electric bill or to reimburse the town for electricity. And the other 50,000 goes into reserve fund for maintenance, or we put $200,000 in to increase the size of it over time.
Expand or,
So we're running it a little more like a business, a little
Yep.
less,
it's good.
and it doesn't all dump into the
Right.
undesignated fund balance.
Right. I think I'll let you explain that at town meeting.
Well, there, I won't, because if we're gonna do an enterprise fund, then we'll have a warrant article in 24.
Okay, but for the next year, we just gotta get it built.
Right, we just have to get, you know, and there's a lot of conceptual stuff thrown at us, and
Right.
it's gonna get more intense once we get the money, because now people know you're gonna do something as opposed to.
Right,
just
we've
dreaming.
come up with a budget, we've come up with a
Right.
basis.
Right.
It's all speculation at this
And I
point.
mean, just looking at, I forget what day it was, whatever day the bad snowstorm was, you had mentioned American solar panels versus Chinese solar panels, so I just thought, I don't know anything about this. I'm gonna go on and Google it. So I Googled it, and you know how they have those questions
Yeah,
halfway down the page?
yeah,
Okay,
right there.
right, I just kept asking questions. You know, I learned about crystalline, multi-crystalline, and how efficient are these? Well, you know, the average currently maybe 7%, but they're pushing it up towards 20%. So you, if you're putting in a installation, mandate 15%. I want 15% efficiency out of my panels, you know, and but if you don't know what you're asking, you know, I want 100% efficiency, but
That's
that
not
ain't
gonna happen.
But it's, and yeah, the American panels, actually the Canadian panels for our neck of the woods are moving forward a little quicker than the American panels, but I didn't talk about prices with anything, so I just was looking at how these things actually
Trouble
work.
with Google is you end up an hour later going, wow, how'd they get here?
It's down a
And
rabbit
you
hole.
did.
Well, I mean, it's, if you stay on just the search page,
Right.
it's pretty consistently just basic information,
Mhm.
it's not
There's
taking,
a lot to know,
they're not trying to sell you anything,
No,
other than
but there is a lot to know about this stuff.
a subscription to their information column.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yep.
okay.
Yes, I'm all set with
I
the
didn't mean to
premise,
prolong
the
that.
premise and the funding.
Yes.
J, $50,000 cap reserve for engine 4.
Yes, straightforward.
And I
still
think I need,
I still think that dollar amount isn't enough, but.
I know, and I was gonna bring that up. I think I need you guys' support on doing this year. And when we are not buying a war for solar panels or whatever, of increasing that next year. Once you set the reserve up, you can push it
Yeah.
with whatever you
I was
want,
very happy to hear somebody from the budget committee say the same thing that I did,
which is,
that
should be more.
should be more.
It should be more.
Okay.
It will be more.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
We're trying.
30,000.
But for now, we're
You
good.
can open it with $10.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, $36,000 to purchase and equip a compactor. We will hopefully at tomorrow night's meeting have the least charges to answer that question.
Right.
To lease our own.
Yeah. Oh, on the paving, not to belabor this meeting. I got all the numbers out of Moultonborough for their highway budget, their labor budget for highway, and their equipment costs for highway.
Yep.
They're spending, God, I had it right here, hold on. Just about 60% more money than we are
Right.
on roads.
And they've
They're
got a
spending,
full-time.
they're spending $45,783 per mile. We're spending $27,091 per mile.
By doing it the way, with the road agent.
Right.
Now, how many miles of roads do they have?
They have 80 miles,
How many do we have?
47. That's why I did it per mile.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Right.
because if we had 81, we'd still be at $27,000 per mile.
Right, well, it could
You know,
change a
the
little
number
bit based
would
on
be
volume.
bigger, but the,
Yeah,
Right. Oh, that's good. The budget committee will love to hear
that's
that.
good information.
yeah, I mean, at least it's not comparing us to Ackworth or some other
Yeah.
place that doesn't have the same weather.
Yeah.
Okay, on to
L.
L, which is to $50,000 capital reserve for the purchase and equipment of a new wheel loader.
That's already been,
Yeah, and our superintendent of the transfer station is gonna come and defend that tomorrow night at budget committee, right?
Right, if they want to revisit it.
Well, they didn't vote on it.
Yeah,
yeah, they did, 4-2.
They did? Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right.
And $52,000 for a fire suppression system at the town office.
That's good.
Bob's gonna have to do that one at town meeting.
Yep.
N is the capital budget of $4,752,753. They haven't voted on that.
Right. Because, yeah, yeah.
They
you're right.
wanted to finish all the rest of their stuff. And
O doesn't exist anymore.
O's going into A. P is the joining up with the Carroll County Broadband. And we need to mention what that is. I mean, a communication district.
They don't want us to change the wording in the warrant. So this is why I kind of insist.
What are they known as?
Carroll County Communications Broadband Planning Committee.
Okay. And they don't want us to put that language in the warrant?
No, they want, this is the language that they presented us, that
Right.
that this has been approved by the Attorney General.
Okay.
So they don't want us to modify the language of the
Okay, so
warrant.
you're gonna have to walk.
So we're gonna
that
have to
through.
talk it through,
Okay.
yes.
Q,
Which is important that it's on the warrant and not on the ballot, because you put that on the ballot, nobody's gonna know what the hell it is.
right. Yeah, okay. Q, we're getting rid of pursuant to Article A. That first bit.
Yep.
To see if the town will approve the building of a police station designed to be approximately, and it works out to 26% smaller than.
Well, you said approximately, so.
Right. It is approximately 26. Smaller than that which was initially presented at public meetings and on the town webpage. Passage of this article would enable the selectmen to have a new police station constructed and equipped for the amount of money already voted and approved by the town at previous town meetings, and avoid, I don't know if inflationary pressure is gonna mean anything.
No, I think it's good,
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, fine.
because that answers the question of why didn't we build it with the money that we had for the plans that we had?
Additional taxes.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Me too.
Okay. Do we wanna put in this that it's a phased building proposition?
I think that question will come up on its own.
Yeah, I think we can explain it when we talk about it.
And I don't think we should call it a phased project. I think it gives us the opportunity to expand in later years to what the original design was intended.
Yeah, I think that then, what if we were to say that this design alteration would enable future expansion. Something like that.
A future expansion consistent with the original design. Maybe, if I think about it. It might not be necessary.
Yeah. let me think about it. We're not done with this yet, and this doesn't have to go to DRA, so, well, it could, I suppose.
They all go. But I do have a question for
All
you
right,
to finish my worksheet. So on Article I, you have to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate $300,000 for the purchase and installation of the solar, $90,000 to come from federal rebate. So am I putting that $90,000 as an income?
oh, yeah, we would that?
Yep.
That would be, other income or?
Well, it would go under the warrant articles, because it's a warrant article.
Right.
315,
Right,
319, yeah.
right,
Okay, 33.
yeah.
All right, so do you put the 90,000 down as revenue that's gonna come in?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
We're done with these.
All right, I'll keep it.
The math on the very last page. What's another question about the math on the last page?
Yeah, the math's wrong.
We talked about this.
Yeah, the math is wrong. You did it right. I did it wrong.
Okay.
You have to add the 247 back into,
287?
or 287 back into the 2022, because they actually paid for it back then.
Yes.
Right.
So what should it be? So I can correct it?
On the 2022 column,
Yep.
instead of 5406465,
Mm-hmm.
it should be 5693465.
5693.
465.
Okay.
So that changes the warrant articles to one, how much did you add? 287?
287, yes.
So 997, 125.
The rest of the figures are good?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, so the warrant articles under 2023,
Mm-hmm.
or 2022, I'm sorry, is 1,284,125.
And that also takes the line that says increase from 538,668 to 251,668. And that changes the rate of increase to 9.57%. Or 9.6 if you want to round it up.
Less than that.
What do you want me to put, 9.6 or 9.57?
Well, do the math. Someone else do the math.
5,693,465
Yeah, 465.
divided by 5,945,133.
945. 133.
133. Okay, it is 4.25%.
What?
Yeah,
You sure?
positive. So let's check our math.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go
693.
5,693,465 times 1 point, what did I say, 2,425 equals, what the fuck is that? I'm sorry.
Yes. See, I came up. I did that. I did 5,693 divided by 59,45,133, and that's what I came up with.
Yeah, so,
Like 957.
right, so that's 4.26.
You hit my button on me.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. 5,693, 465. Maybe this is going to be a learning moment for me, apparently. 5,933 equals. Okay, don't touch anything. That becomes what? Not 0.957?
0.9576.
Yeah.
So it's an increase of in order to get to 100, you need 4.25 to get there.
Okay.
It's another way to do it.
So it's 4.25.
So 5, 4, 6, 9, 3, 4, 6, 5 times 0.0425 equals 1, 2, 3, $232,000, so this is $251,000. Huh. I think it is 0.425. Yeah, it's a $251,000.
0.424.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Um,
Okay.
So did you get all those numbers, Kenny?
I hope so. Can you, so
That's a better, much better number to swallow than 9.9%.
article warrants under 2022 is 1,284,125.
Right.
Okay.
Well, okay, yeah, that warrant articles is 1,000,000,
284,125,
okay,
which changes the bottom line under 2022 to 5,693,465.
right,
The increase changed to 251,668.
yeah,
The rate of increase is 4.25.
perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so I gave you the latest recoveries, just so you have it. And then updated revenues, and we may have to correct it, I'm not sure. I'm trying to go through the warrant article and figure it out, so. The top numbers I matched what you already requested. But-
3890,
Am I correct with you're doing the wheel loader at 50, it's a capital reserve,
Yeah.
correct?
yeah,
Engine 4, capital reserve at 50.
Yeah,
PD expendable trust 50.
yeah.
Then I put down the 341,063 for the facility grant. I don't know if you're gonna use it this year, but do we carry that over every year?
what is it?
The grant for the PD
Police
station.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I put down 90,000 for solar fed rebate.
yeah, but you have to put down the $210,000 cost, right?
No, I'm not
Oh,
talking
you
about,
just-
I'm
oh,
looking
you-
at
You
revenues.
just look at revenue,
Yeah,
right, okay.
so.
And,
And I'm thinking what you're saying here with, when you were talking about the 287, you're saying I need to add that into here
yeah,
because you didn't spend it.
right,
Okay,
and we're gonna take it out,
again,
but then that'll show up next year,
right.
right? Okay, yeah,
So should I put that in there? Well, that's not coming from anything, so no, it wouldn't. The only time I put the revenues is if you're doing a capital reserve or you're getting some kind of grant on, as far as revenues.
right.
Yeah, okay. So we can look at these revenues and finalize.
I mean, we could throw another $100,000 into the, revenue column if we wanted to, but I think we just assume not. I gotta make that one. Because we're working on a $100,000 grant at the wharf.
You wanna go into recess?
Yeah, I think I got another 2 or 3 minutes. Let's do the, so are you all set?
I'm ready, I gave you what I have and
Okay,
see if
so
you
I'm
agree
gonna-
with it.
I'm gonna make a motion that we approve the revenue as estimated for 2023 at an operating budget revenue of $1,514,110
Second?
and
Oh, sorry.
a grand total of $2,100,173.
Second.
Any comment, any conversation?
Yeah, just, yes, I'll second, just a second. This 879, 678, that's not part of that number, right?
Right,
Okay.
right.
What, 8?
We
And what-
can't,
Were you gonna add the 278 back, or 287?
That'll go down here, it has nothing to do with the
Okay, good,
revenues.
good,
revenues, we get to spend the undesignated fund account.
I'm good.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so the revenues have been voted on, the warrants done.
Okay, did you number them?
Nope.
A, B, C, but we can do 1, 2, 3.
Do you want them in the order that she has them in, is I guess is
That's
what I'm
fine.
asking.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because you do, I'll just have to look at them. All the monies have to be above the budget
Right.
the final budget, and then the rest can be, you are like that,
Right.
okay? Awesome.
And O, we're gonna combine into A. So you're not submitting these to the RA quite yet, right?
No, but,
Okay,
okay, I'll let her update her thing and then I'll worry about it.
okay.
Alrighty, thank you, gentlemen.
We've only got a couple of things to sign. One is to appoint Anthony Morado to the.
Mirando.
Mirando, I'm sorry, to the planning board.
I was part of, I'll make that motion.
I'll second it. What is your discussion?
I was part of the interview process,
That's fine.
and he came through as a good applicant. Therefore,
All right.
we
All those in
recommended the
favor?
chair.
Aye.
Yeah, recommendation, aye.
Okay. Got a timber cutting permit for lot 45-118.
It's a supplemental to one that we already had.
Okay, yeah, supplemental.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It's 130. Okay. And we have a continuation of our contract with Cartographic Associates of New Hampshire for the update, the continuing updates of our tax map.
Are there any changes in terms?
There don't appear to be,
Seems straightforward when I read it.
yeah.
If there are no changes in terms, then I see no reason not to.
Yeah, they have all their stuff all there, and it seems like the same amount. So I'll make a motion that we sign this time.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Think we have any other action items?
Nope, no action, just correspondence.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be talking with the Attorney General's office about this grant and right dilemma that we have at the pier. And one thing that I'm gonna bring up is 251 Cow Island wetlands permit for a crib dock, a permanent dock, not a dock you pull in and out
Right.
seasonally. And there's no mention in here of paying to do that, other than the permit fees. They're not buying the lake bed, which is what the Attorney General seems to think that we need to do.
Which is no different than what we have.
Right. Right.
Any crib dog for that matter. There's plenty of them around.
Okay, that's done. This stays with me. That goes, I have that guy's number here somewhere.
One thing under action that I need to know is who's gonna write the selectmen's letter for the annual report.
Oh, I'll do it. When do you need to have it? Unless one of
This
you guys
week would be
want
good.
to. I mean, if you, one of you guys want to do it, that's fine with me too.
Well, I got in trouble when I wrote the article for the Tufton Borough Times, so maybe I shouldn't write any articles.
You only got in trouble with Mary Hunter. I don't know-
Bad enough.
I don't know that that makes sense. You don't score any points with that.
I have no desire.
Okay, I'm gonna make a motion that we adjourn unless there's something else we need to do, because I gotta make this.
I'll second that motion.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, good.
Okay.